Hello, it's the first Monday after the clocks went back. Look, 9 o'clock in the morning. This is my pyjamas, this is. Well, it's my nightie. Yeah, I look like a right old scruff, but I've been up for about an hour and a half. I got loads done already, so I'm very pleased with myself. Something annoying happened yesterday. You know, recently I had a big hoo-ha with getting my flute back. It's not right. It hasn't been playing right. I kind of accepted that it was probably me, because I always doubt myself rather than my tools. I've got that old saying, a bad workman always blames his tools, in my mind from my childhood. And so whenever my flute's not playing right, I blame myself and think, right, I must do more tone exercises, I must do more of it, you know. So I do that. But I was in the shop and I was going between that and the cheaper flute, and the cheaper flute was sounding better to me. The guy in the shop was saying, well, to my ear, I haven't got a trained ear when it comes to flutes, but the more expensive one sounds much better to me. But to me, it really didn't. It didn't sound like the notes were sounding properly. They sounded kind of pithy, like a sort of sound accompanying it rather than a hard-edged pure sound. I figured out that I was just having to press harder to get the things to seal properly and block off the tube, you know, as it was. And if I did that, the tone was all right. But it was hard work, so I thought, right, okay, so he's tightened it all up, and over time that will loosen, because that's how metal works. Because anyway, so I've been trying to train myself every day for an hour, apart from a couple of days last week I had off. But do you know what's happened as a result of doing that? I've split another pad on the thumb, and it's a crucial one now. And I had a little look, and 2 more, I think they've gone. They're not flapping down yet, but they're gonna go, so I'm in despair. I rang the shop up yesterday, and the guy that does the flute repairs is off for the week because it's half term, so I can't get it fixed. But I have the number of another guy that I met recently at an Irish session. He plays wooden flute, but he also plays silver flute, and he fixes them for a living, and he does orchestra instruments and stuff, so he comes very well recommended by a friend of mine who plays silver flute. So I'm going to give him a ring, and he's hours away by public transport. Hours. I was looking it up yesterday, so I messaged IB. I said, he's hours away, but I'm just going to go anyway. And he said, I'll take you. So I said, oh, thank you. And also, right, this guy plays trad Irish, and IB loves sessions. So I said, well, tell you what, why don't we coordinate it so that we go up to a session that he's playing at, give it to him then, and then go and get it back at another session he's playing at. At least that way IB gets to play some tunes and have fun. So hopefully that works out. So it looks like we got a little road trip. Oh, I was almost in tears with it, honestly. Oh, so I held it together, all the last one. I want my flute to work. It's part of me. I've had it since the 90s. I'm being a baby. I'm feeling actually very positive, but I'm feeling emotional about the flute now. It's such a big part of my life. I don't even want to go and play sessions at the moment because I'm just so fed up. But anyway, that said, I am determined I'm going to do a bit of practice before I go out. I'm going out to meet my mum today. I can't believe how long I've just rambled on for. Apologies for the big long ramble. I'm like literally, oh my god, I never cry on camera. I'm upset about my flute. I'm being a baby. Like, perspective here, Mo, perspective. It's just a physical flipping thing. It's not anybody in pain or ill. It's not a big deal, right? So I'm gonna go and get bathed and dressed, get my vlog up for tonight, ring the flute guy and try and fit a bit of practice in before going to have lunch with my mummy in Cardiff. It's 10:25 AM. No, it's not. Yeah, I didn't put the clock back down here. I obviously didn't do that yesterday. I had a little thing. I was like, oh no, I've missed the train. I've been having to play on my good flute, and it's not sounding so bad today. It's like an intermittent thing. Like, sometimes it'll be playing all right for a bit, and then all of a sudden it goes all funny again. It's very strange. Anyway, I'll show you the pad that's gone. Pretty difficult to show, so I'm going to try it with the light behind it so that it's illuminated. Can you see it hanging down a bit? These ones are not broken, right? See those yellow things under there? It's like, it's covered with a thin membrane, and as the keys close, it makes a seal, which sort of effectively makes the tube longer, you know, from an air going down it point of view, and makes the pitch go lower, basically, on the simplest terms. So that's the thumb one there, and that is split, so that's no good. And that one there, next to that lever, I can't point because I've got both hands taken up here. That's about to go, and I think the one next to it might be as well. I think that's from me just pressing that bit harder to get the sound out. Now it's sounding all right. When I consciously think about it, it can play all right because I'm remembering to just do my new technique of pressing down harder, but I think that's what's knackered my pads. I think it's shearing them through with the force, and that just, surely I shouldn't have to do that. That's ridiculous. These are the ones he replaced, these little itty bitty ones here. They're called trill keys. They don't look quite right when I push them both up. I haven't had my set square on it or anything, but they don't quite look the same height as each other. They don't quite look the same height as each other, and they look a different distance. Like one of the pads is more sort of rounded and hanging down more than the other one. I really don't think they should be. Not that you use these much. Like, you tend to use them in very fast things where you wouldn't hear the pitch properly, like this. So I mean, if you played it slowly, it's not in tune. But at that speed, people don't notice. Anyway, I'm boring everyone now. I'm going to have a bit more of a blow, then I'm going to get my bag packed up and I'm going to go to Cardiff. I have ascended from the bowels of the house and I've come up to show you my puzzle that I finished last night. I thoroughly enjoyed doing that, you know. I have discovered that I have a childlike excitement around doing puzzles. I was literally so excited to do my puzzle yesterday. And on Friday, when I was walking around Penarth, I was actually thinking, oh, I'll do some puzzles tonight. Spoiler alert, I didn't, because I didn't have time. But I felt excited even when I was walking around Penarth. I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to do some puzzles. It was like at Christmas as a child, like I'd open something and I'd be so excited to get the box open and play with it. I feel like that about puzzles at the moment. Anyway, I better get packed up and on the train. Oh, I was just about to turn my heating off because I thought, oh, I left my heating on by accident, so I'm going to turn it off. But I thought, what if that's what's making the difference with the flute? Maybe that's why it's intermittent, because I've been playing in a lovely warm practice room down there and normally it's a bit chilly. Because obviously metal expands when it gets warm. Oh, I rang the bloke, I rang the flute fixer and just had to leave a message because he wasn't there. Anyway, right, I'm going to get on. Just been editing. Oh, I can't believe how long I've rambled on so far in the video I've been filming today. I might have cut more out by the time you see this, you never know. It's been pretty quiet and chilled out on the train so far. Been just, yeah, getting on really. Flute man rang me back. We had a really nice conversation.
This train is for...
I've just come into Cathays at the moment. There's a little there. It's part of the university, that is, up there. Fancy new building.
Cathay.
I'm back in Cardiff again. I'll tell you what I was going to say in a minute. Somebody got on the train and sat right opposite me and he looked a bit uncomfortable about the camera, so I thought, I'll just wait till I get off. Anyway, I'll tell you in a minute because I want to tell you something else now. So I'm just outside the station here at the moment. This is my view, and I was online the other day and I saw a photograph from before this area was cleared of housing. There used to be all houses here. I've just moved away a little bit. I think it was called Taft Town, but I'll Google and check, and if I can find an image I'll insert it. But they demolished a load of area in front of the station of houses to make a bus station, because there used to be a bus station there, you see. And then that was demolished and now we've got the BBC building here and Pret and all that. But anyway, in this photograph you could see the edge of the station, the rail station, with all these houses. It's like another unknown mysterious world that I didn't know about before. So that was amazing. I'm going to meet my mum shortly, but I'm quite early, so I've got a minute to talk to you. So yeah, the flute man rang me back. He sort of analysed the problem. He thinks he knows what the problem is, but apparently he said actually there's a worldwide shortage of flute pads at the moment, so all the flute fixers and repairers are all like trying to scrabble them around from all over the place. And he said quite likely the guy was working with pads he's not used to working with, like a different brand, and people are really struggling to get hold of them, so that will probably account for the delay that I experienced. So anyway, I'm going to go and meet him soon. This week I'm going to go out with my boyfriend. Sorted it, yes. Anyway, right. You'll see that unfold as it happens, I dare say. I'm going to go and meet my mummy now, and where I'm going to meet her is outside the food hall for Marks and Spencer's, just inside the shopping centre, because I was worried it might be raining, and that way whoever gets there first doesn't have to get wet in the rain waiting. It looked quite nice in the cafe. I poked my nose in there before, did a bit of a recce, and it looks suitable, so that's where we're going to try. It's an absolutely beautiful day here again, lovely and dry and sunny, and look, the Christmas huts are starting. They're coming up, they're not open yet. Before we know it, there'll be vendors in all these selling their wares. And there's a bar under construction here, look, all fenced off at the moment, behind the temporary fencing panels. I think I'll take a funny route. I'm going to nip up these steps here, go through there, go down the steps again, and then meet my mum by M&S. That moss is looking very vibrant in this particular sunshine, I noticed. Little green splashes. It's nice and quiet in here. Oh, it smells of paint, fresh paint. There's somebody doing a bit of painting behind that thing there. Oh, what's going on here? I noticed the downstairs bit was shut off. Look at that. What are they doing? Renovating, presumably. There's Ryman's stationers there. One's closed. I am hungry right now. I hope we're not too long waiting for food. I've arrived at the meeting place, well, nearly, in sight of it. She's not here yet, but I'm about 10 minutes early, I think, so I'm going to just settle down and wait for a bit. Well, we've met up, we've ordered, and I've got a flat white to keep me going till the food comes. Hey, that didn't take very long to come. We were chin-wagging away, weren't we, Mum? Talking about how he's getting on in uni, and look, this massive spud cone that's nearly as big as my head. Avocado.
Blimey, yeah, you ordered twice
Mine's
the size of mine.
Well, yeah, well, it's split open with stuff in mine, and yours isn't.
Oh, that's right.
Mum's got extra avocado instead on the side. I'm just in the Lego shop. Look, they've got Lego Christmas trees. They're $39.99 and Santa's sleigh sets as well. Here they are in the box, look. It's a rather fun idea. I've just seen my mum off. She's just headed over back that way to get her bus home. I'm outside the castle. It's a lovely day. It's actually a rainbow. You can't see it because it's behind the bus. Mum's managed to get a few things done in town. I've been going around shops and things with her doing that, so that's been good to get those things ticked off her list. I'm just passing by Womanby Street here. Now apparently this is one of the very oldest streets in the whole city. I was wondering what to do with myself because I was expecting us to be out for a bit longer, but Mum was kind of done and she was ready to go home. But I am thinking now, I've just seen this really historical street here. I'm tempted to go to the Cardiff Story Museum and just pop in. It's free to get in, so you can just pop in for as little or as long as you like, and you can go find out a bit about the history of Cardiff. After seeing that photograph of the area with the housing outside Cardiff rail station, it's kind of whetted my appetite to go and have another look. Haven't been for ages, so I'm going to go there. I'm going to cut through Cardiff Market, I think. The hair place. I've been wondering about wigs, you know, just to get wigs, because why not? It might be rather fun. Nice blue hair there. It's a little cafe straight ahead there. Look, Celtic Corner. I'm going to pop upstairs and show you what it looks like from above, because why not? There's a whole load of other stalls all around the periphery here as well, and another cafe. They do clothing alterations here. There's a lady in there right now working away. Oh look, there's a bell up there with a pulley thingy. I've never heard that rung before. I wonder if they ever ring it. There's pet supplies here, lots of them. Oh, and I do believe they are diversifying for Halloween. Buffalo ear, anybody? Advent calendar for dogs. Ah, yeah, I thought there was a cafe up here. I said it and I was like, oh, I'm going to have to edit that out because there isn't one, but there's a lady sitting here eating, so there must be. Oh yeah, here it is, look. There's a little serving hatch and people preparing food in there. Number 5 food rating. Yeah, loads of people just sort of sat, just peacefully having a munch here. It's quite nice up here. I don't often come up this way. I just came to show you, really. I don't particularly need anything. Look at this mural at the end here, that's lovely, isn't it? Tuck-a-Tuck Canteen, I wonder if that's to do with that. That looks absolutely stunning. I love those vibrant colours. Anyway, I'm going to go back down. I think I've probably gone, I don't know, I'll probably have to go through again now to get to where I wanted to get to. Look at that lovely gates, that's all painted beautifully as well. £50p a punnet for grapes. It's good value. Value peppers, £1 a bag. Right, this is where the Cardiff Story Museum is. You have to pop in here through the tourist information, and there's toilets in there, which are free to use. It's all good. St David's Hall is there above the shops. And here we are in the Cardiff Story Museum. I just nipped downstairs and used the toilets actually. Womanby Street, you know, I was literally just filming in Womanby Street, wasn't I? Well, they've got this little exhibit here where you try to guess why the name is the name that it is. So basically you have 3 options to choose from. It's like multiple choice. So let's see what the choices are for this one. So, Womanby Street comes from Viking words meaning the dwelling of the houndsman. That's number 1. Could it be that? Could it be comes from an old German language and means abode of foreigners or the stranger's quarter? Or in Tudor times there was a house on this street for poor widows? I have no clue. Like, they all sound completely plausible. I think it's going to be the foreigners, because I do think of Cardiff being quite multicultural because of its port. Maybe. Oh, in Anglo-Norman times this area was described as a place where Welsh and foreign settlers could live together. Well, okay, what about the Viking words? Maybe Womanby could come from the Old Norse words hundman, dog keeper, and beer, homestead. Okay. In Tudor times there was a house on this street for poor widows. No, try again. It's lovely artwork, I think, lovely and colourful. This section here is all about the very earliest evidence of human activity in today's city centre. It's hard to imagine, isn't it, casting your mind back, that such different goings-on were going on. Year 55, the Romans built a fort. Oh, William the Conqueror visited here in 1081, apparently. 1610, first ever map of Cardiff was published. There's a big projected thing here with lots of options of buttons to press to find out about what you're interested in, really. There's one for St Mary Street, North Road, the Town Wall, Cardiff Castle. Ooh, I'm going to choose St Mary Street. I always sort of like the places where there's a lot of human activity. St Mary's Street's named after a church, but there's no St Mary's Church on the street. Let's find out why. Ooh, initiating time travel. Oh, that's amazing. The monks built the church on the banks of the River Taff and they called it the Church of St Mary. In 1607 the River Taff burst its banks and it caused a terrible flood in Cardiff. Floodwater badly weakened the Norman foundations of St Mary's Church. Going to 1678 now. Oh, look at that, wow. By 1678 the tower of St Mary's Church had finally collapsed and the church slowly became a ruin. New church proposed. In 1846, a new St Mary's Church was built in Cardiff, not on its original site, but down the road on Bute Street. I've just stood here doing the river one, press the button for the river, apparently in the 1300s. You know Womanby Street that I filmed earlier? That was quite near the port. In the 1300s, they had merchant ships coming in and out of there. It's absolutely amazing. The river flooded a lot over the centuries. One time it flooded so much it changed its course, but then later they wanted to build a railway and Isambard Kingdom Brunel, the famous engineer, actually changed the course of Cardiff's river to accommodate a railway line. So there we are. I enjoyed that. I've just stood here for ages, done all the buttons, and I just found out something that I think is rather fun. Duke Street in Cardiff, right? Why was it called Duke Street? Because there was a duck or poulterer's shop here. Correct, look, in 1550 the street was known as Duck Street, so we think ducks and poultry were sold there. It's great in here, it's free to get in, it's so easy to overlook as well, but I really recommend popping in, even if it's just for 20 minutes to just have a little rest from the hustle and bustle of your shopping day. One of the features I really like in here is this map overlay thingy. This was from 1610, as you've seen. Look, there wasn't a lot there in those days, and you can see the course of the river. This is 1851. How's the river looking at? Yeah, do you see? This is the 1851 river. And that's that one, that's the original one. Look how it's changed. See, it's going down there now. It looks a little bit hard to make out, doesn't it? It's overlaid. Right, coming on now. Which one is this? This must be just like modern times, I think. Now where's our river? Oh yeah, still following that course. It's slightly different though. Ooh. I enjoyed my time in there. I got chatting to a member of staff actually. I could have filmed all day in there, honestly. It's only small, but there's a lot in there and there's a lot of interactive displays that you can get a lot out of, you know, if you're in a calm mood to take it all in. Anyway, I was chatting to a lady, she said you've got about another 5 or 6 years to access this, and then they don't know what the future will hold for it. It's going to have to move because it's been purchased by the Welsh College of Music and Drama, so they'll have to move Cardiff Story Museum to somewhere else then, and I don't know where, and nor do they yet. So anyway, if you want to get in the next 5 or 6 years, well, you can. I'm going to grab myself a drink, like a bottle or something, and go to get the train home. Yep, one below, that will do, nice and cheap. Not refrigerated usually, but cheap though. looks like a fridge isn't on, but 75p. Coke Zero 59. Oh, good. Excellent. I'll do. Oh, they got the Christmassy things in, look. Oh, sparkly. I thought there was an octopus then. It's ballerinas. I was convinced that was an octopus. Sun's going down now. I'm heading off to the station, can in hand. I couldn't wait, I was too thirsty. It's the evening now and I fancied pasta for dinner, so I've made myself a tin tomato, chickpea, fresh mushroom, orange pepper, loads of basil leaves and celery food dinner. And this melty stuff here is mozzarella. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Do feel free to give it a like if you would like to do something to help this little channel to grow. If you are not subscribed and you would like to watch more videos from me, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below and I will see you in the next video. Bye!